Beware of the stingy Mr. Obi.
A stinginess, because we don't know what is called capital formation. Capital formation is about saving. If you don't save, you can't form capital. And if you don't have capital, you can't develop. I was number 1 in MDG, which is the only measure of development. The difference between developed and undeveloped place is education and health. I was number 1 in education. I was one of the best in health. I was number 1 in issue of pulling people out of poverty. And on top of that, when everybody is owing salary, owing pension, owing gratuity, owing contractors, which have collapsed, most of the contractors, I left office not owing one contractor or supplier, not owing pension or gratuity, and ended up saving over 75 billion naira, which nobody have ever done. I did not in any way allocate myself any contract, directly or indirectly, allocate myself any land.
If PDP were to be, a country's army, and you have division, schism in their ranks, then you know that it's already a defeated army. Because you can never have 2 generals, leading a war. Okay. Just like you can never have 2 captains in a ship. But what we have seen so far is that there are those who believe that the soul of PDP, belongs to them. Okay. Why the other faction, is believing that also the soul of PDP is their birthright. So as it is right now, there's a politics of attrition, and there is the politics of implosion. Okay. PDP has imploded. In medical, science and medical term, we will say that PDP, has been lobotomized. Okay. That is, lobotomy is a medical, condition that you find yourself that you are unconscious. Maybe a giant is unconscious. He cannot really, he's still alive, but he cannot, is in the ICU, intensive care unit, of a political hospital, as the case may be. The other one is that you find out that, the jugular of PDP is what they are struggling to get. Who is going to get that now or win that war is left to be seen. But I saw this coming. Let me profile, first of all, the camp of Nyesom Wike. Okay. Nyesom Wike is a warlord, political warlord, whether we like it or not. Okay. You might not like the style of politics. You might not like his, shenanigans. It is as the case may be. But I am telling you that I have studied him very well, and right from the time of River State. Let me give a chronicle. You know that Nyesom Wike was one of the politicians that drove Amechi from PDP to the APC. If you follow events at how it happened, he's been there, and himself also came up before the 2023 general election. The misfortune, the collection of misfortune PDP had in that particular election was as a result of the faction of Nyesom Wike. If that particular faction had teamed up, with whoever that won that particular ticket, I believe by now maybe the story would have been different. Okay. But since they work against, the interest of the candidate or the party as at that time, and it was not a a kind of action that you just sweep away with a wave of the hand. Okay. So Wike is there. Wike boasts, and he has that particular enigmatic, a feeling that he has never lost a case in court, and he knows, manipulations, manipulative tendencies, in the political arena of Nigeria and also in PDP. Okay. Now, I believe that it is too late, in my own opinion. It is too late, for the other, PDP, the remnants, the ragtag, PDP that is led by Bala Ahmed. It's too late for them to cry because the head is off already. Okay. And the milk has been spilled. You understand? Why? I find it very scarce and worrisome to see a political, demagogue, that has pitched his tent with the Bala Mohammed, faction of PDP. For instance, I didn't see Bukola Saraki, even though governors are the ones who heard up, he was addressing the governors as the case may be. Not all the PDP governors were there too. The other political, godfathers of PDP, like Bukola Saraki, Bode George, I didn't see them. Okay. I have not seen them coming out to throw their chest behind.
PDP, governors forum meeting.
That is whatever it is. Okay. Whatever it is, supporting this particular side, as in my own opinion. I have never seen demagogues like ATIKU Abubakar left also. You see, so PDP is bleeding, it's hemorrhaging. Okay. But in the Nyesom Wike side, Nyesom Wike alone is a Trojan horse. You understand? He operates like the mythical bird of phoenix that has, when you think he's gone, he will regenerate himself from the ashes. You understand? So he's that kind of a character, political character that, you know, when Wike is about to fight a war, political war with you, the enemy must not go asleep. You know, so these are the positions. I believe for now it's going to be very, very difficult for the other faction to deal with it.
I like the premise that you have, the position you have stated. Now, like in my intro, I said that in the first question I asked, a lot of people believe that while some are destroying, others are trying to build. So does it look like it is in the interest of the Wike faction that the PDP remains in ICU, like you said? Does it look like that?
Of course. You see, it's going to be in the interest of not just the Wike faction, but in the interest of APC, in the interest of the ruling party. Now, what I'm saying now is that if PDP, you know, has been dismembered, if PDP, you know, is not a ragtag, you know, whatever, that cannot go to army, that cannot go to war. You understand the point now? The APC leadership and the ruling party will be happy. The president will be happy because he is going to say this is one of the biggest opposition parties that has been swept aside. Problems have been created in their camp. You understand the point? And with Nyesom Wike, you know, being there so atavistic, you know, to, you know, the coming up of the PDP and even how all the people want to resurrect without him, that becomes a battle that will suit, you know, the political camp of the APC, the ruling party, and even Nyesom Wike himself, because he has come out openly to say, you know, with due respect to him, because he's one of the, in my opinion, one of the most straightforward politicians, I would say, open and close. It depends on the way you look at it. Some politicians will tell you something in the morning, in the night, they go and say a different thing. But Wike told us that, look, PDP is dead, and that he's going to work, you know, with, you know, the other political party, Tinubu, that is the APC. And he went for that, you know, to even pick up, you know, a ministerial plot, you know, from there, saying that he had the consent and authority of the PDP hierarchy for him to go and work with the opposition party. And he has been doing that very well, and not just doing that very well, you know, one of the most choicest ministries was given to him, the MCT ministry. That is a very, that is like controlling a state, or even 10 states, as case may be, because the budget of that. Right. So he is having the upper hand, and he is the one that is gaining. Yeah, he's the one that is gaining right now.
Having the upper hand now.
Yes.
Does it look like, because on the other side, you know, you have Seyi Makinde,
yes,
governor of Oyo State.
Absolutely.
You have Dauda Lawal, governor of Zamfara State. You have Bala Mohammed,
yes,
governor of Bauchi State. You have Fintiri, governor of, you know, and there are 10 PDP governors.
Yes.
How does it look like? And if you follow events, you will understand that at a point Wike said, look, if you people have made any arrangement about a national convention in Ibadan, I'm not aware.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a member of the National
Executive Council
Committee of the party, and we never met, we never took any decision about convention or venue in Ibadan. Now, on Monday, after their meeting, they issued a communique and said, read by Samuel Otom, they said, look, for the Ibadan convention to hold, these are the conditions. One of them is that, look, the position of national chairman should be retained in the North Central. The Congress of the South held in Cross River, in Calabar, Cross River State, that produced Dan Obi, his one Friday, must subsist. The local government congresses in Ekiti State must be conducted immediately.
Yes.
The state congresses in Anambra and Ebonyi State must stay.
Yes.
Now, if they are given this condition, you know, for a convention that they said never was fixed, doesn't it look like they are losing grip of the party?
Well, I don't think they are, because they are, you see, for instance, you know, the other faction of PDP is turning hater, you know, hater right now.
Who is running now? Is it the Wike faction?
Not the Wike faction, the Bala Mohammed. For instance, let me, I'm not against them.
We are holding a conversation.
Yes, but I'm saying, honestly speaking, if not for the fact that you mentioned about 3 or 4 governors, I don't even know their names and their state they govern.
Okay.
Politically speaking, they are not gladiators.
That's in Adeleke of Osun State.
Okay, I know that. I know Osun. I know Makinde.
As a matter of fact, they are 10.
They are 10. The other ones, I don't know who they are. Okay. As governors, you just read out their names now. I cannot, you know, off memory mention their names like that.
Move of Plateau State.
Mufwang and the rest of all these ones, case may be. I want to tell you that even the 10 or whatever governors are attended, there is no way. I'm not a sorcerer or a prophet, but there's no way that at least 5 of them will not say that a Nyesom Wike had no hand in their coming to office when the going was good. Okay. That is my own take. So they might take it
when the going was good.
Yes, when the going was good.
Looks like the going is gone right now.
These are politicians.
Okay.
At the end of the day, but we know when the sun comes out brightly, that is when you know. In a local palace, when you know whatever blow, something will open. So that is when we are going to know exactly whether they belong there and they want to be fixated, or they are floating on top of River Niger. Some of them might be mounting it, but inside their own kruger, that is the conscience, as the case may be, you know, they are eyeing the other side. Because they know that the other side is a formidable side. For instance, you need nobody, you need a dictionary to define who Oton is. You need nobody to define who Fayose is. You need nobody to define who Nyesom Wike is. You need nobody to define the other man, you mentioned the name again that was in their camp, as the case may be. Okay, Zekbazi and the rest of them. You might not like the book, but these are gladiators, whether you like it or not. These are gladiators in terms of finance, in terms of clout, in terms of sagacity. You understand the point? In terms of fundamentalism,
okay, now,
these people have it.
Okay, now,
but either they have that zest and zeal. But for the other party, I scarcely see.
Okay,
you know, because it's like they are giants. You see.
All right, all right.
You know,
I understand your position, and I do hope that a lot of Nigerians understand.
Yeah.
The people that you mentioned are in Wike's former governors.
Absolutely.
Some of them are struggling.
Yes, I like the way Peter Obi responded to Tinubu. Yes, Tinubu said we go sit down in shock. And again, politics lane today. And Peter Obi shake up Nigerians' politics. Yes, so, Wike, you are in trouble. You are in a big trouble. Wike did not see this coming. Hey, the Nigeria clap back to Wike, and Peter Obi is shaking the table. President, you not get anything to say. He say they stingy. They stingy. Go on Ambra, go ask. They will tell you if he was stingy or not. Like this person say, if Nigerians do not elect Peter Obi, it means they wish to remain in their current situation. Peter Obi should not stress anymore to bring Nigerians out. Let them continue to lavish in alleged poverty. There is no need to save those who don't want to be saved. May God help Nigeria. Bivongo. Now only God go help Amo. Now only God go really help this Nigeria, because we the Nigerians, we are passing through a lot. That is the reason we are lamenting. You know, see me. Wait, what am I doing here? See, this person said the fact. Anyway, this person said it is very sad that the Rivers people are allowing Wike to have his way as he wants. But all I know is that there is no time for everything. Too bad. The time is so short. Anyway, no matter how you roll, no matter how you sit on a seat, there's no how that you will not stand up. See, life na turn by turn. Chop, make another person chop. But some people, when they eat, they will never want somebody else to eat or to benefit from the same plate they are eating. This person say, why is he calling this Nigerian democracy? Please, we are not practicing democracy. What are we practicing, please? Let me know in the comment section. So this analyst is agreeing that Wike can use Abuja and Rivers money for political gains. We don't enter Wahala for this country. Whoa, Basimimbok, is that not what he is doing? That is what he is doing now. That is exactly what Wike is doing. But then again, some people, yes, it is well. It will ever be well. It will ever be well. Yes. It will always be well. That is consolation or motivational message to just calm somebody down. And this person said, if Nigeria can't vote, this man will not talk like this. What tell you? With the vote, now they don't start voters registration of voters card, and a lot of, if you go there now, you see a lot of people are campaign or wishing to do it, but queue will not allow queue. So sometimes we used to vote. We used to go to do voters card. They will not. They will think that they will be doing for top people that has money, people that can bribe them. But and again, even though you have voters card to go and vote, see, the INEC will do their mako now. See, are we not in Nigeria? It's like, is it in my mouth that you're going to hear? Is it in my mouth? What is Rick and I? What is the Rick and I that Mama P is talking about? And Peter, what is Rick and I? So leave it. This time around, the grace of God. Now, who God saying go sit, nine go sit.
I mean, IFI has been out of office for more than 8 years. Okay, see, Bazu, vied for Senate, he lost. Samuel Norton vied for Senate, he lost. Ifeanyi Ngwa vied for Senate, he lost. Now, on the other side, you have 10 governors, with deep pockets, no matter how little they are. So, do you think that Nyesom Wike and his team, that they are negotiating from a position of weakness now? Because they are saying, okay, we agree now the convention should hold, but on conditions that it looks like they are negotiating from a position of weakness.
Look, you might have all the resources, within your whatever, as the case may be. Some of the toughest billionaires may not get to a place a professor goes into when it comes to, in terms of status, in terms of being sagacious, in terms of being erudite. Now, when you want to discuss some issues, there are issues, even if he's the richest man in the world, you don't need to invite him there. because he becomes, you know, a round hole in the square, whatever his case may be. Because you don't want, he has the money, but he does not have that kind of clout that is needed to come to that particular gathering of whatever, to, you know, talk like a professor as case may be. Now, so the monies we're talking about now, look at it as the case may be. Now, if you look at it, a Nyesom Wike being, let's talk about, you know, money. Okay. A Nyesom Wike being the minister of the FCT. Okay. That is a ministry whose budget yearly, you know, it's not like the states. Most of the states cannot even go to trillions.
Is it bigger than the budget of 10 states?
It's almost bigger than the budget. Let me not be sarcastic and maybe exaggerating, as case may be, but bigger than the budget of about 6, you know, northern states, for instance. Okay. Zamfara, Gombe. You understand? And there may be some other fringe states, you know, Taraba and the rest of them. Even Benue, put together. I'm telling you that the FCT, you know, has that capacity, you know, in terms of finance. And the man is controlling that. To add to what is going on right now, in the coming days, Nyesom is going to control River State. He already has it. Okay. River State is a treasure base.
We'll go to River State.
It's a treasure base. So added to his own report, he gives you the leverage. And now your Fayose is a motivator. Okay. You understand? A Fayose has a followership, court followership. They don't look for money from him, as the case, but he has what they call court followership. You understand the point now? So we don't suppose within the PDP rank, as it is, let me even leave that of Nigeria, the larger Nigeria, and talk about the PDP say. I am here to see who is going to dethrone them. Okay,
now, Barrister, the governors are talking tough. And they are saying, Sheikh Makinde, Bala Mohammed said, look, it's either a better convention or nothing. And the national chairman of the party, curiously, Eli Adamagum, who was on Wike's side, is on the other side. So what does that tell you?
Well, you see, you see, power and authority. Okay. They are two different things. You may have the power, but don't have the authority.
Okay.
I will give you an instance. An armed robber, I'm using the word for an example, has the power. Advisedly. He has the powers to buy an AK-47, financial power. Okay. But he does not have the authority to wave that AK-47 openly. Okay. Because he needs some, you know, authority consent for him to hold it openly and drop it on the table. But he can buy it and hide it. A Damagun, as the case may be in that particular power, as maybe ceremonial PDP chairman or national president, as he call it. But he has no say. Even in governance, we saw a situation where the president was the head of the country, but a certain cabinet, a kitchen cabinet, they were the people ruling. In Shagari's case, you saw a Shagari was the head there, but the people like Omar Odiku and Adisa Akinloye were the ones ruling government. In the case of Idiagbo and Buhari, Buhari was the head, military head, but Idiagbo was the one, you know, doing the powerful work, as the case may be. So Damagun being there for me is like what when lawyers or judges say, we are going to attach less weights or feather weights to that particular piece of evidence. Okay. So I see Damagun that I'm going to add just feather weight to his being there. He can be tossed around, as the case may be.
Or do you think that he's a mole? Fine for me.
Well, you cannot rule it out. Of course, in politics we have moles. We have people they call agent provocateurs. Okay. You know, they are also in politics. And you can't rule that out as it is right now. But what I'm saying, the mechanics and intrigues and intricate, you know, web of playing politics, you know, the weaker side has it. Okay. They have the sagacity, I've said, they have the zest, they have the zeal. Right. Then if you want to add open and close, what we call temerity, it might not be a very good word you use, but when you see a man who has temerity, it means that the man, these people have what they call the Nestorian braggadocio. They can look at you in the face and tell this is what they want, and they want to get it, and they use all means available to manipulate, coerce. You understand the point? Now, douse. You understand? To get what they want. Let me tell you that lastly, the courts are there. The courts are, see, this matter, like here, they have boasted, they have said that you must have to follow, you know, what the court, the judicial pronouncements has said, is some of the conditions they gave. So which means there are hanging, you know, judicial, whatever judgments they have gotten, maybe it has not been appealed. So these are life wires. They can even go there and invoke. And at the end of the day, he crumbles the old cards that the other faction has piled together in a hurry.
Okay, now, in all of this, does it look like, if you had a crystal ball, where do you think all of this will end before the Ibadan Convention? Because the efforts of Bala Mohammed and the other PDP governors forum, what they are trying to do is to cripple Wike's power ahead of the National Convention. What do you see coming? What do you think? How do you think all of this will pan out?
It will be difficult for them to do that. They will do their best, they will try, but I have seen it that most of them will even defect. Let me use the word decamp. Okay. Some of, because you see, there are people you fight wars with. When you look your back, when the war becomes intense, you know, they will just, move out. Before you know, you didn't know you were fighting with a hollow, whatever the case may be. So I see a situation of this nature, happening. Now the question I've asked is this, and you see, they said it must go. No, you can carry on. You can carry on your convention. You can hold your meeting somewhere. You can go and do as a party, as the case may be. Is it not so? But when it comes to not following the procedures, as the case may be, the judiciary will have their last say. Most of the political office holders we have today were installed by the judiciary. Elections were done. You thought you perfected all your plans. But at the end of the day, judicial pronouncement comes from nowhere. A man who's supposed to be there, the biased example, you can see what happened. That happened to that David Leon. You understand? He thought he had gotten it all. But there was a super omnipotent authority, that could install, even remove. So that one, truncated and torpedoed, his ambition and happiness at that time. So you might say you want to, you must hold. Nobody's going to force you not to hold.
All that is happening within the judiciary. Does it speak to the concept of state capture that Nigerian institutions, public institutions have come under? You talk about how the judiciary has installed public officers and all of that. Does it speak to the concept of state capture, and how do we get out of that mode, out of that bind? Because we seem to be in a hole. People don't like what is going on, but it looks like it's the new norm for us. So what do we do?
You see, when you have strong institutions, strong institutions are backed by strong constitution. Every nation has a constitution. The Nigerian constitution has so many loopholes, lacunae, what I call mischief, rules and goals, that the judiciary or those manipulators, can lash in, and judiciary will not help them to do what? Move. For instance, look at the situation where in section 137, sub 3, the 1999 constitution says that if you have been you took over the remainder of a particular president's tenure, as if you not completed it at the end of the day, that you can only do only 4 years. That is what is stated there clearly. But you heard there was a viral judgment from a federal high court, Bayelsa in Yenegua, that said that Jonathan can still go ahead and contest. But under the constitution, from a layman's reading, it's bad from contesting, because he has done 4 years, which is 1 term as recommended by section 137 sub 3. But a judge came up to say, no, that is before. You understand? That is before. As it is, that is it. So it's a controversial something. So you find that if you don't have mischief in some of these our constitutional whatever, nobody is going to go there and lash in on those particular mischief. So what the judiciary is doing, for instance, why should a particular law say that the moment the man who won an election, they counted it, but because he did not spell his name very well, and they now say affidavit evidence it is as the case may be. You understand the point now? They now said he is not the same one and the same.
You're talking about Leon.
Okay. Because of that, you now will shave away millions who voted for that man, and now installed who is gliding today. Okay. So, and you now say that judiciary. So you understand the point.
So basically, what you are saying is that we need to review our constitution. Our
constitution, not just the constitution. The institutions. Let me tell you, for instance, before when the FCC started, I don't know about now. I used to go to on my jurisdiction. I've been to EFCC, Enugu, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Kaduna, etc. When they started, EFCC, if you have a client and you want to write a petition, once you write a petition to EFCC, they will not ask you for 1 naira to process the petition. But other security agencies, if you are writing petition against somebody, you must ask your client to provide what? Money for processing, approval, and mobilization. But the EFCC at that time, no. The moment you write your petition, they don't call you to ask you for anything. Once they are done with their investigation, whatever, they will call you to come and affirm that particular petition. And they say they have done their investigations, and they say they are going to go after the man and arrest the man. But where your petition is or does not meet the standard required, they will tell you this is a civil matter. Please take it to maybe court. It is the FCC. I can't say about now.
But all that has changed.
I don't know. I can't say. I can't say. So that was an institution.
Talking about building strong.
It was an institution. You can't bribe us at that time. I don't know about now. So if we have the judicature, this judiciary, you have the security that you cannot bribe. As the case may be, they stand their ground and say, yes, we know that the constitution has this hold, but we will not, and we'll go to fill up that.
All right. So basically, what we need is strong institutions, not strong men.
Not strong men.
I'm happy that you mentioned Goodluck Jonathan, a few seconds ago, a moment ago. Now, why is the APC and in fact Wike overly concerned about Peter Obi or Jonathan returning to PDP? The other day, Festus Keyamo said, look, PDP, you risk losing your presidential ticket if you feel good luck, Jonathan, because of what you just talked about. Now, why is it that, why are they overly concerned about PDP, whoever it feels? You know, first was Keyamo, the last time I checked, is a member of the APC. Why is he advising the PDP on what to do? Does it look like, the APC is jittery or what?
I saw one of these footballing stars in England. He had an opportunity of meeting Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. He left his and go and hug him. When you are a star, the whole world will be focused on you. Is it not so? So if you see a star coming, you want to take autograph, you want to take snapshot with the person. Is it not so? And also when you are playing, if you not go directly to the field and begin to play with that guy, you want to give him tackles, you may be in the limelight. Because if a Messi is injured, for instance, now, and you are the one that created that scene, you are going to be in the optics, with Messi alongside, which means it will elevate your boost, as the case may be, in your social tracking and trajectory. I don't know if you understand.
I do.
So a P2B is, let's say, a golden fish has no hiding place. Two, I don't know why people are blaming Festus Keyamo, my good friend and my classmate. I don't know why people are blaming him or blaming Wike for poo-pooing a P2B. Of course, why can't P2B have the poo-pooing them too? So the situation is this. It's all politics.
No, but P2B has never said, don't fail Tinubu.
It's all politics. It's all politics. He has said the admission of Tinubu is not working. That is politics.
So Barrister,
they have the right also to say they want to do that.
Pointedly, do you think that the APC is afraid of the P2B ticket in the PDP?
See, there is no political party that is not afraid of P2B. I told you I participated, consciously, copiously, studiously. You understand? I participated actively in the activities of Labour Party, P2B visit to Rivers State campaign, and my candidate, the governorship candidate, BTC Tubo, as at that time. We knew what we put in. On election day, for a week or thereabout, we were not sleeping. Nobody paid us. You understand the point now? Nobody paid us. I'm on national television. Nobody paid us. If I had worked strenuously and assiduously, pungently for a candidate of the APC, by now I know that I would have done some material or materialistic, apportances, as the case may be, because we were close to those who we thought Nigeria, then a new Nigeria will come up. But at the end of the day, are we not struggling? Are we not doing whatever? Are we still alive? That is the situation. We made the sacrifice. For those who in Rivers watching, they know what I'm talking about. So when you talk about this, a P2B is, it can cause sleepless nights to a lot of people, a lot of politicians. Because there's a swell on social media, marketplaces, street corners, even where people are drinking beer and having pepper soup and jollof, people are talking about P2B. So you find that he becomes an enigma. He becomes a center of attraction. P2B becomes like a nectar, as the case may be. That attracts a lot of people. And you have proton, neutron, or whatever as they call it. P2B is something like that. But you see, the problem with that kind of personality is that he has to have what I call safety catches that surround like a bulletproof, because he knows that people are going to be throwing tantrums at him. If some of these other people were all traditional worshippers, I'm very sure some would have gone to 7 lands of Egypt to go and do some whatever to tie him and either give him something that he cannot walk around. So it's something that, in my own opinion, well, it's okay for him.
So we expect to see more of this coming from the APC.
Of course, they are playing politics. They're playing politics. That's politics.
Now, Barrister, let's go to Rivers State. We have not seen since last time after the conduct of the
Rivers State election.
Now, at last count, APC 20.
Yes.
PDP 3.
Yes.
Fubara and his allies
had
to boycott. They shunned the election. What's your brother?
There is no candidate, or there's no, how do they call them now? Is it candidate they call them now? The winners. The winners, the chairman or chairman.
They've already been sworn in.
They've been sworn in. There is no one that is not loyal to Nyesom Wike, as the case may be. He knows what happened there. You understand the point now? He's a grandmaster in Rivers politics. That I give to him. If you look at what has gone on, I have followed Rivers politics for a very long time. If you look at since when the Nyesom Wike came into the political, ocean of Rivers State, it has been in that particular glide and surfing, as the case may be. So a lot of people know his what. I told you that, in the days when Rotimi Amechi was a colossus in Rivers State, Amechi was the all among the young politicians at that time. They even worked together with Nyesom Wike. But at a point in time, they parted ways. And you saw how this man struggled and took over the PDP structure from Amechi and installed his people, as the case may be. A Secondus Uche that we know today also, rose and became national chairman of PDP. So the structure is back to the person that created the structure. So whether it's APC or PDP, as case may be, that is left with them. And Wike is in charge. And to buttress this, a Tony Okocha, who is the chairman of APC Rivers State, that is recognized by the national. Yesterday said that the 20 people, the 20 members of APC who won the chairmanship seat were members of the PDP who defected to the APC, before the elections at that time. Okay. So that tells you they can still go back. And mind you, these are not lawmakers.
But there's problem in the APC. We have Emeka Beke, we have Tony Okocha.
Look, I have advised them.
Okay.
Emeka Beke faction, if they listen to me now, they should find another party and join. Either they go and join AGC. Because I don't know exactly what National has disowned them.
Okay, so Tony Okocha
is with Wike, and people the National have said this is the person that is the head of APC in Rivers State. You understand? The other ones are relying on court judgment that was given 2018, 2019, etc. Go and appeal and all those things. But your leader, who is your political leader in APC that brought all of you to APC, has jettisoned, abandoned you, and gone to AGC. That's Rotimi Amechi. Okay. Has gone to AGC, and you are still saying you are holding back. You maybe have the power and strength and tenacity for you to hold on to that strand of APC, whatever the case may be. So let's play policies the way we play, not to be a disjointed.
There's something coming out from the rumor mills, within the political circles up there, and that it is that that Fubara's boycott of local government elections, was a very wrong signal, because like Wike and the president and their camp, they are saying like, oh, does it look like this young man and his allies still want to flex muscle? And they are rethinking, the state of emergency will expire on the 18th of September.
Yes.
We hear that there is a rethinking within the presidency, within that camp. Do you think that we should squeeze this young man the more, to rein him in, for him to become more compliant, to him become more amenable, to him to become more pliant to our wishes? Because what do you think? Why did Fubara have to boycott that election? And it was very obvious. In the morning, Wike had said, oh, elections have been conducted, is ongoing, free and fair, credible, people are coming out and all of that. And the state of emergency will expire, and the governor, his deputy, and members of the state House of Assembly will come back after that. The presidency has not responded. Now there's a murmur from both sides of the presidency. Does it look like Fubara sent a wrong signal?
You see, when people go ecclesiastical,
okay,
what I describe as pulpit, predictions,
okay,
and pulpit sermonization.
Okay.
You see, people, if you see a pastor who is well dressed, he tells you that he knows how God operates.
Okay.
He can read God. He knows when God is asleep. He knows when God wants to bless people. He knows when God wants to punish people. But at the end of the day, he does not know when God will take his own life.
Okay.
They predict God and begin to add God and tell you this is what God wants. But they have not seen God.
Okay.
You understand? They see God, what they say, God woke me up this morning.
Okay,
it's the same way they are interpreting a Fubara in Rivers State politics.
Okay.
The interpretation is beginning when Fubara is talking. They say he wants to make war with Wike. When he's quiet, they will say he's not talking because he's waiting. He's been cowed. Or when he wants to say he's doing this, he say I don't want to vote. They'll say he has rebelled. He has a plan. When they leave the whatever state of emergency, he's going to do this. So they just begin to speculate as if you are doing this betting, whatever as the case may be. You understand? So when you put this in some predictive and prediction and whatever, at the end of the day, you might not get the correct and accurate result.
Okay.
In my own opinion, the Fubara, people say he has been cowed. Who cowed who? The man Fubara you are supporting today was bought by somebody.
No. But
at the end of the day,
we are asking.
Yes.
Nigerians are asking in the light of the fact that he had to boycott the election.
It's right.
It's right because people are saying, looks like that thing didn't sit well with him because he conducted one which was cancelled up to the Supreme Court level by the Supreme Court. And now people are asking, does it look like if Sim Fubara comes back to office, that
he will now upturn things? He will now upturn things. Let me tell you, he cannot do that because you see, a Fubara we have seen is a politician that is principled.
Okay.
If he's a scallywag, if he's somebody that is very stubborn, he wouldn't have even come to say let's talk in the interest of peace. Okay. You understand?
Okay.
He saw he's a student of Mahatma Gandhi, who said that the most disadvantageous peace is better than a just war. You understand the point now? So I'm very sure he must have read in between the lines. So now look at it and say, look, well, my state and the people are the ones suffering. You understand the point now? Let me come down and embrace peace. The problem we have, even in our legal practice, you see lawyers come with that, gong medusa kind of arrangement. When you meet them and say, please, can we settle what I feel ordinary should not come to court? You see them begin to boast up and down. That lawyer you are saying is a useless person. Okay. He has come to beg me. You understand the point now? Yes, he has been telling you that no, I will not accept. You do this. You understand? They see you as a weakling. It's the same thing they are saying. Fubara is not a weakling.
Okay.
Fubara is a principled man. Fubara is a man with conscience who knew that, look, for every corn that grew somewhere, a man planted it. And the person that planted him is this person. If not for him,
okay,
there's life before, there's going to be life even after Wike. People can become anybody.
We are almost out of time.
That's right.
I'd like to ask you 2 questions. I'll use the 2 minutes to answer them.
All right.
Number 1 is, about 2 months ago, there was a peace deal between Wike and Fubara, and after that meeting, they went to the president, and the president blessed them. At that point, a lot of people thought that, look, in a matter of days, Fubara will come back. He didn't come back. It's more than 2 months now. And now, after the elections, after casting his vote, Wike said, look, the state of emergency will expire on the 18th, and Fubara and his team will come back, including the deputy governor and members of the House of Assembly. Barrister, do you expect that on September 18th, that Fubara will come back to office?
I expect him to come back to office because I read a book written by René Descartes. The title or cover of that book is The Director. He said, I'm just trying to encapsulate. He is saying that, for every living thing, there's a direction. And once you have a direction, there must be a director. So Wike has acted. Wike, has made a move. Now, let me tell you why. In my own calculation, in my own calculation, this was the last step before the return, or in my own calculation. Now, the structures have gone back. And because the structures have been what has been the problem, the pain, or the problem of that, the bone of contention, as case may be. Structures have come back. So when the structures have come back, it's for you now. In fact, see if Fubara is part of the structure now. That is in my own take. He's part of Wike's structure. So when they work together, the ill-gotten and Philistine carpetbaggers should not go back there and begin to create miasma in the mind of an innocent man, a peaceful man.
Let's take it for granted.
Yes.
Let's create a what-if scenario. Fubara comes back on September 8th.
Yes.
As PDP governor. And the local government, 20 of them in control of the APC. So where does that leave him?
He leaves him in a good stead.
As a member of the PDP.
If you are talking about the house, because can they remove him? Can the local government chairman remove Fubara? Even as it is, if Fubara were able to be whatever, there's local government autonomy as it is now. So even if they don't have any problem, like in Lagos, Lagos, people are saying now, the local government, the SCDAs, as the case may be, what is happening between the governor and them? Because there's autonomy, that money must come straight from the federal district to their own account. Is that not what they said? So even if you take him back, local government, it has no business.
Now, Barrister, one last question before we leave. Let us use the reverse politics as a model for our political culture that we are building in this country. How will that advance our democracy?
Let me tell you,
a good one.
The Indian style of government is democracy, is democratic. The Chinese, they call their own democracy, whether you like it or not. Japan has what is a democratic, they call it democracy. Israel has a democratic. So the nature how you do your democratic tenets and values that favors you is what goes on. So
what we have is Nigerian democracy.
It's Nigerian variant of democracy.
Okay, Barrister, we are out of time.
Let us not pretend about it.
Barrister, we are out of time.
Imitate Trump or whatever.
Okay, we are
Trump is just like
Barrister, this would be a good place to end this conversation.